Fresh out of the mailbox, the new Carolina Herrera Bad Boy Elixir. I'm telling you the names. It's soon gonna be Elixir Absolute, Elixir Absolute Eau de Parfum Extra Concentration.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
They're just going crazy right now, but this is the latest release of Carolina Herrera, and I know the bottles look a bit cheesy, but they're actually decent scents. I haven't had any real complaints about the Bad Boy lineup, other than the bottles looking a little bit corny, but sometimes they're kind of cool. Depending on how you present them or display them, they could look kind of fly. Now, I have heard some decent things in commentaries that this fragrance is pretty dope, but I have to check it out for myself in order to determine if, in fact, it's Uncle Cuba's vibe. Let's roll my fucking user so we can check out the new Carolina Herrera Bad Boy Elixir. Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 over to me, but I saw it was a new release and I had to get my paws on a new release. So let's jump right into this joint. Let's see how good it actually is. First, let's look at the presentation. So we got a little bit of a lighter hue. Bang, here's the bad boy elixir that almost looks like a woman's stiletto heel, but it's truly a lightning bolt Captain Obvious. It's got this gradient brown, golden, ambery hue into a little darkness, then it's got that gold accent. And again, if you display them, you know, it does look kind of fly, depending how you put it up or whatever. You know, sometimes it's cheesy, sometimes it's kind of fly. I'm cheesy and fly, so I get it. Let's look up some notes. All right, so according to Fragrantica, the shit only got like 3 notes. It says it's sage, leather, and cedarwood. All right, simplicity sometimes is the best course of action when it comes to these perfumes. You don't want to over notify the fragrance. These fragrances are catered to the everyday man, and you want to keep something simplistic, handsome, and wearable on all occasions. That's what they're going for with this scent profile. But as somebody who's smelled thousands of fragrances, I want to see if it's my cup of tea or not. I don't need niche everything. I just need something that speaks to me and my taste. And keeping in mind, just because it's my taste does not mean it's yours. So don't go out spending all this crazy ass money if our noses don't align. And even if they do align, I ain't right all the time, but I like what I like. So let's just jump right into this fragrance. It's like an awkward kind of spray. It's like, let me rest this on my wrist in order to get some traction. And I have little hands too, so that doesn't help. Atomize is very easy to spray. Let's see what's up with this new bad boy shit and see if, you know, we're gonna get locked up like Diddy. Let's go. Okay, sweet, clean. There's a little bit of a crunchy nuttiness in this fragrance. Nice little leathery vibe. This is definitely mass appeal. Date night, very versatile. I'm getting a little bit of a cardamomic energy here next to the leather. It's pretty, it's sweet, it's a little bit fuckboy, but a fuckboy vibe that I like. I don't find anything wildly unique about this fragrance other than it feels a little bit more leather and hazelnut to the original Bad Boy DNA, which is nothing bad. The original Bad Boy DNA is lit. A lot of people like it. I understand the mass appeal of it. And then this one is definitely gonna get that compliment grabbing factor 100%. I'm gonna have to go on skin with this puppy. Let's see what's up with this energy and vibrancy. Yeah, great sprayer. Like that shit is really like spraying it accordingly. Let me see what it does on the skin to see if I get that sexy bad boy vibe with a little bit of a leather nuance off of my skin. Remember, when it comes to any fragrance, everybody's skin is completely different and can bring out and accentuate different notes for different people. That's why I find it interesting when some people are like, yo, you said this smelled like this, but I didn't get none of that shit. Or, guys, we're all different human beings. We interpret things a different way. If somebody says this smells like cow manure and peanuts, doesn't necessarily mean those are the notes in the fragrance. Let's remember, we're individuals with different tastes. So just don't jump out the fucking way. This asshole said. Bro, relax. It's scented water.
It's true.
Oh, the leather really pops off, but I'm getting a ton of nuttiness from this fragrance. Hazelnut-ish, like crunchy shells. Not necessarily the nut or the peanut, pause. It's the shell, like a shell of a peanut or a hazelnut. There's this granular, woody, textury crunchiness about this fragrance, along with the leather, just really complementing the bad boy DNA. It's a little bit on the darker side, slightly more mature. It smelled a little bit more fuckboy on the texture, but off of my skin, it's coming off a bit more mature, a little bit more dark, a little bit more refined, a little bit more elegant. I'm not mad at this at all. This is kind of fucking cool. Ooh. Yeah, it's progressively getting better too. Okay, bad boy, let's go. Very uncomplicated, and that fresh sageous kind of body soapish sensation is reduced a decent amount on the skin, which for me is kind of like a plus. If your fragrance is gonna be surrounded by the main accord being leather, you want that freshness to be the mass appeal DNA, that easy wearable sensation, right? It has that soapy, clean body wash sensation, but leather is definitely making its presence known at the top. You still got the cleanliness, but it's leather and this crunchy, almondy shell kind of hazelnut situation going on here. There's a little bit of dirt here. There is nothing really off-putting about the scent. It's easy date night wearable, clubbing wearable. You can pull this off in an office. It isn't overly fuckboy. It has mass appeal fuckboy energy, but it's not leaning towards that, you know, oh, party vibe 25 and under scent profile. There is a level of maturity in this DNA that definitely is an attractive profile. Again, if you have the bad boy flankers or a couple of them or even the original, you will pick up some similarities within that DNA. It is a flanker of that shit, meaning the sequel of the original. So you will pick up the nuances, but it doesn't feel repetitive to me. There's enough leathery nuttiness in this fragrance to really set it apart from the other ones. It's actually a handsome scent. I'm not mad at this fragrance at all. I might just pull this off as the scent of the day. I'm gonna be testing out a few fragrances today, so I'm kind of seeing which one is the competitor, but this one so far is ranking on the top of fragrances that I've tried out today, which has been like 2 others, so ain't that crazy. But this one's definitely up there. Very easy to wear. There's also a little bit of a kind of sour grapefruitish kind of essence, really, really minuscule, digging your nose into it. Not something that anybody else is gonna find in the air, but overall a handsome scent. I'm not mad at this at all. Don't get it retail, pay a discounted price. I like this shit. I'm gonna consider this joint a ball spray. I'm gonna give this an easy 7.6, maybe even a 7.7. Very nice. I like how this is drying down on the skin. It seems to have a decent amount of sillage in the air. I don't know what the long-term performance of the fragrance is. We will recap that and maybe explore what type of performance this is. It hasn't been sopped up by my skin, which actually gives me a little bit of an indication that the performance is gonna be fairly okay. Because usually fragrances with kind of like a subpar performance, my skin just really takes it in and it's kind of like gone. Instant skin scent. I still have a nice sillage bubble in the air, which really becomes prominently leather. A really nice release. I'm not mad at this scent at all. Very handsome, very mass appeal. Nobody's gonna find this off-putting at all. Are they gonna find it a little generic and basic-y? Possibly. I don't think that that's a bad thing though. There's certain fragrances that are generic and basic. If you have an abundance of fragrances that still get you compliments, will still make you feel sexy and handsome, and still has that sprayable liquid courage sensation out of the fragrance. So far, the new release, Bad Boy Elixir, I like this joint. I think I'm gonna hover at 7.7. Definitely a ball sprayer for me. I like the vibe. It sticks to its original roots, but adds its own individuality, making it separate from the other ones and not feeling redundant. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Have you tried this fragrance? Were you looking at it? What were your thoughts on this particular fragrance, and did you buy it for retail? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.